Aviation, probably more than any other mode of transportation, is greatly affected by weather. From thunderstorms to reduced visibility due to hazy conditions, every phase of flight has the potential to be impacted by weather. Commercial aviation in West Africa must deal with these adverse types of weather regularly, and the cost is a significant budget item for airlines. One of the perennial weather phenomena that has adverse impact on flights is the hazy condition known as harmattan. On this edition, we'll take a look at the impact of the haze on passengers and airlines as well. And of course, the cry by the airline operators of Nigeria for improved infrastructure at the nation's airports. Welcome to Aviation This Week on Channels Television. I'm Bukola Joe Oketumbi, and our flight takes off right now. When the sky takes this look at this time of the year, and flights cannot take off and land with ease, and passengers spend a lot of hours at the airport not knowing when they will reach their destinations. This is not unconnected with the harmattan haze. The harmattan is a dry and dusty northeasterly trade wind which blows from the Sahara Desert over the West African region into the Gulf of Guinea between the end of November and the middle of March. In some countries in West Africa, the heavy amount of dust in the air can severely limit visibility and block the sun for several days. This effect is known as the harmattan haze. It costs airlines millions of dollars in cancelled and diverted flights each year. Here in the country, airlines and passengers are counting their losses as the harmattan haze is dealing a heavy blow on the industry as visibility for flights have dipped to as much as 100 or 200 meters compared to the standard 800-meter rule. Price of tickets have also risen significantly since mid-December as passenger traffic rose both for Christmas and New Year holidays.
I've been here since 9. There's no news, nothing. We don't know if it's the weather or the plane has not arrived. It's so sad. We've just been here. We have businesses to catch up with. You can't do anything. Because if you can't travel, how are you going to develop other regions? It's only, I agree, only Lagos, Port Harcourt, Kano. That's where most airlines fly to, but you have other destinations, so it's so terrible.
Well, it's increased from the last time I traveled by about 100%, but the last time I traveled was about 2 months ago, and then it was about 16,000, 20,000, now it's 35,000.
Airline officials empathize with passengers despite their own losses on delays and cancelled flights and hoped that authorities in charge will raise the infrastructural bar at the airports.
In the last few days, it's been hell here, and the airlines must have lost some few billions in this kind of situation. And the most annoying part is saddening also, is that it is avoidable. Elsewhere, in the Western world, you can land in zero temperature. All our aircrafts are equipped to land in zero temperature. But this one, most Nigerian airports are visual airports, almost all of them. You must be able to see the runway before you land. So any little tweak in weather affects everything.
The airline operator of Nigeria also questioned why Nigerian airports cannot accommodate below 800 meters of visibility, stating that the navigation aids be upgraded, but the Nigerian Airspace Management Agency passes the buck back to the airlines.
They need a flight management system that has the capacity to fly the PBN procedures. We implemented that in 2012, like I said, in Lagos, Abuja, Kano, and Port Harcourt. We implemented additional ones in October 2015 in about 16 domestic airports. So it is available for airlines that are equipped to be able to fly into these airports. But unfortunately, a lot of our operators, maybe because of the capital investment required in refitting their aircraft, probably don't have this capacity. As I'm talking, very few of them are actually utilizing these facilities, except the international airlines. They fly the PBN procedures every time they're into our airspace.
The Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, the industry's regulator, however, insists that during this period, pilots must ensure adequate departure, en route and destination weather information, and briefings are obtained from NIMET prior to flight operations.
On our interview segment, the accountable manager of Dana Airlines chronicles their own experience as the Haze eat operations of carriers and why most of the country's airports have to be upgraded from their Category 1 status when the harmattan hits.
So in the past few days, we've had a lot of dust haze and the visibility has reduced as low as 200 meters. We need, for example, in Lagos, because of the lighting system and the landing systems, you need 800 meters minimum to operate. So what's happening now is that we have faced a lot of delays, cancellations all around the country, not just Lagos. So Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja, we have those problems now. We didn't operate to where the day before because of the harmattan. So we put an extra flight, or extra 2 flights actually yesterday to try and get everybody to the destination, but we still couldn't achieve that because of the fact of the reduced visibility. And then Owerri Airport is actually a daytime only airport. So once it's 6 p.m., you can't operate into the airport anymore. So there's been a loss of money and time, but that's really not our biggest focus right now. We want to make sure people get to where they're going, because if we make sure people's journeys are safe, on time, and get them to where they want to go, they will come back to us. So yes, the airlines generally in Nigeria have lost a lot of money, a lot of man hours with crews sitting down in places they shouldn't be in, airplanes sitting down where they shouldn't be. I mean, it's difficult to quantify it in terms of money right now, but in terms of human loss, the time spent, it's quite a lot. All airports in Nigeria are currently